The first thing they took from me was gravity. The shuttle disengaged from Earth's atmosphere in complete silence, the planet shrinking beneath us like a fragile blue memory. No chains. No weapons pointed at my head. Just an escort of black, crescent-shaped warships gliding alongside us, as if I were something precious. Or dangerous. The message had been simple. The Queen requests the human. Not a diplomat. Not a general. Not a scientist. Just the human. Out of 8 billion souls, they chose me. Commander Elias Verne, retired orbital defense officer and accidental hero of the lunar incident. I had once shut down an alien probe before it could scan Earth's military networks. Apparently, that act of defiance had been interesting. The Galactic Empire had not invaded. They had not attacked. They had waited. And now they had summoned me. The throne of stars. The alien capital was not a planet in the way we understood planets. It was a constructed world, a ringed megastructure orbiting a violet star. Entire continents curved upward along its inner surface, cities glittering like constellations. At its center rose the imperial citadel, and inside that citadel her. The throne chamber stretched beyond architectural reason. Pillars carved from translucent crystal pulsed with bioluminescent veins. The air shimmered faintly, heavy with unseen energy fields. Thousands of beings filled the chamber, towering insectoid nobles, armored reptilian warlords, sleek silver-skinned diplomats. All of them turned as I entered. And then I saw her, the alien queen. She did not sit on a throne. The throne seemed to grow around her. Her form was tall, elegant, wrapped in flowing structures that looked organic rather than woven. A crown of luminous spines arched behind her head like a halo forged from starlight. Her eyes were not a single color. They shifted like galaxies in motion. Ancient, powerful, unfathomably calm. I walked alone across the vast obsidian floor. No escort. No restraints. Every step echoed. When I reached the center of the chamber, the doors sealed behind me with a sound like finality. The queen rose. The entire empire bowed. Except me. Not out of disrespect, but because no one had told me to. Her gaze locked onto mine. "Human," she said, her voice reverberating not in my ears, but in my mind. "You stand before the eternal sovereign of the 13th spiral." "I figured," I replied quietly. A ripple of subtle disturbance moved through the court. She tilted her head slightly. "You do not kneel." "I represent Earth," I said evenly. "We kneel to no one." Several armored figures stiffened. The queen raised one elegant hand, and silence returned instantly. "You are either brave," she said, stepping forward, "or ignorant." "Sometimes both," I admitted. And to my surprise, a faint flicker of amusement crossed her features. "Why me?" "You are aware," she began, "that your species resides within territory claimed by my empire." "Yes." "You are aware that your defenses are insufficient to resist us." "Yes." "And yet," she said, descending the steps of her throne, "when one of our scouts approached your moon, you destroyed it." "It was scanning military frequencies," I answered. "You acted without understanding. You approached without permission." The chamber tightened with tension. Her gaze sharpened. "You cost us a vessel. You violated our sovereignty." For a long moment, neither of us spoke. Then she asked the question that shifted everything. "Why did you fire?" Not accusation. Curiosity. I considered my answer carefully. "Because if we didn't," I said, "you would have assumed we were prey." The words hung heavy in the air. Murmurs erupted across the court. Her expression did not change, but something behind her eyes flickered. "You believe we test for weakness?" "I believe every empire does." The queen began circling me slowly. You presume much for a species so young. We learn fast. She stopped in front of me. Yes, she said softly. You do. The judgment. Humanity is chaotic, she continued. Divided. Aggressive. Your history bleeds conflict. Why should we allow such volatility to persist within our borders? There it was. Judgment. Not invasion. Assessment. I drew a slow breath. Because chaos isn't weakness, I said. It's evolution in progress. The chamber dimmed slightly as the bioluminescent pillars adjusted. You wage war among yourselves, she said. Yes. You pollute your world. Yes. You develop weapons capable of extinction. Yes. The court seemed almost satisfied by my admissions. But I continued. We also outgrow them. Her gaze narrowed. Explain. We nearly destroyed ourselves with nuclear weapons, I said. Then we built treaties. We divided our world with ideology. Then we built global networks. We fall apart, and then we rebuild stronger. You call this strength? I call it resilience. The queen stepped closer. You are unstable. We are adaptable. You are unpredictable. We are creative. The tension was razor-thin now. Then she asked something unexpected. What do humans value most? I didn't hesitate. Choice. She studied me carefully. You would choose war over submission. If submission means losing who we are? Yes. And who are you? I met her galaxy-shifting eyes. We are unfinished. That answer seemed to strike deeper than anything else I'd said. The mark. The queen raised her hand. Energy pulsed through the chamber like a heartbeat. You fascinate me, human, she said quietly. Your species stands at the most dangerous stage of development, the threshold between self-destruction and transcendence. That's accurate. You defy us, she continued, yet you do not hate us. We don't fear you, I said, but we respect you. The empire stirred again. Respect was rare currency. The queen descended the final step until she stood directly before me. Up close, her presence was overwhelming, like standing before a living star. You understand power, she said. You understand perception. You destroyed our scout not from aggression but from message. Yes. You wish to say, we are not prey. Yes. A long silence followed. Then something extraordinary happened. She placed her hand on my head. The chamber erupted in shock. I felt a surge, not pain, not heat, but awareness. Images flooded my mind. Alien worlds, ancient wars, empires rising and falling. I glimpsed her memories, her species once fractured and violent, nearly erased before unifying under a single sovereign. I saw her youth, her fear, her ambition, and then her curiosity about us. The energy subsided. Her hand remained there for a final, deliberate moment. And then she spoke. From this moment forward, she declared, her voice resonating across the chamber, this human stands under my protection. Silence. Absolute. The empire had fallen silent. She turned to face her court. Let it be known, she continued, that humanity will not be conquered. They will be observed, guided, tested. She looked back at me. And this one, she said, is marked as mine. A ripple of disbelief swept through thousands of beings. To be marked by the queen was not ownership in the crude sense. It was patronage, protection, political shielding. No empire faction would dare attack Earth now without challenging her directly. I swallowed carefully. You're claiming me, I said quietly. I am recognizing you, she corrected, and through you, your species. The political storm. Not everyone approved.